It is what it is. What it is. What it is. What it. I'm reminded of the actor, the old man actor that was in Braveheart, and he says, "And this is how you repay my leniency." And then he cuts her throat.
Hey,
What
old
does it
Gable and
look
Eric
like?
in the house. Welcome
I
aboard.
disavow. It is not Mr. Monk with a beard. No, that's Homer's drawing, in color, which will be a stretch goal for the on the campaign. On the next stretch goal, along with the uh, Apex and Rex card. With Sea Demon. I inked that, colored it, for his pencils you can see up top. Where's my Mr. Monk omnibus, Eric? Yeah, demanding much. Uh, Homer's got some, stuff for me to put up on the campaign. That's good. Did you see the Cy Marco card? What the trading cards will look like, or at least that one. Hmm?
I think he showed it yesterday. Is that the one
There
with
you
him?
go.
Yeah, yeah, with him at the table. Yeah, cool.
Tank Ferret, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it
With
came out
just the
nice.
name, and then I imagine Devil Flyer will be on the back of that one.
Okay.
Probably going to put the John Philandes cover on the back of this card here. Uh, it has the Devil Flyer logo on there and the original coloring of the character. As I
Oh,
conceived
right,
it.
right. Yeah.
Not the original look. Because he changed my design. But
Well, dang.
that is nice art. Thank you. That's Tank Ferret artwork. That's the original full size version is up on the campaign right now. You can see the whole piece. This has been cropped just to make it a little bit more. No need to put the bodyguard that's on the right hand side
Yeah, and
on the
then
card.
little
You can
tighter
shoot
focus.
it down this way a little bit tighter, a little bit more up close, and there was a lot of dead
Yeah, yeah.
space that he left down below for you know to put.
Yeah, where the card table
Yeah.
was at.
Hmm. So I'll see about. I don't promise anything. I mean, these may just be like this is a dark blue for his name. They'll all have like different colors for their names, which will vary it up, a little bit more. Uh, I haven't gotten a final selection, although we've selected a few. Let's see if I'll have to put this up on the campaign. There's several things I need to put up on the campaign. Just let me find them here.
All right.
We've Here we go. Here's a compilation of the trading cards. Should have just shown that, but I didn't think of it. But that's an individual card, and then here's the sort of combination of ones that we've worked on. So we have the John Philandes Golden Age cover, which will be on the back of Cy Marco, and then
Hmm.
that only makes sense, right? That's who he's going up against, and then
Right, right. Yeah.
Doc Blaylock's bystander, my bog, John Dillard's seer, hockey's Dirty Joe. So looking
Cool.
good, looking good for a start. I think a varied start. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
All the names are different colors. Like I said, I went with kind of a brown because he kind of wears London Fog, on the bystander, and
Hmm.
just pick what was appropriate. Of course, green for Bog. Uh, just different colors on the names.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
Give them a
Elmer.
little pop of color.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, you can thank Omer Glitch for that. He kind of put all these together into one image. Space Saver on the campaign. Rex, you should learn to put stuff up on your own campaign. I have been, Gable, under direction of Omer. I'm learning. In fact, I put some stuff up there today that Omer doesn't even know about. I put his 2-ton up there on the campaign. So I've been adding images unbeknownst for the last 2 days,
Oh,
unbeknownst to Omer, and tweaking the campaign. So I'm learning. Um, I believe this will be like the Devil Flyer, charter member card, something like this. Uh,
all right.
and there's
Nothing wrong with that.
front right there. That looks good, huh?
Yeah.
And that will entitle you to free stuff. We've got some new images of Abby that's going to go up there on the campaign
Yeah.
for her, little tier, right?
Yeah.
That was definitely when she was younger and thinner.
Yeah.
But
She was a couple years younger than.
yeah, cute little doggy. Get along, little doggy. We'll have to put the sticker book up there on the campaign. So we'll work on some of that, tonight. Some
Hey,
of that I
Omer.
can do. Some of that I can do. Uh, I really don't know what he's singing. Eric is singing in the chat. Rex is doing better than I ever could. Let's see. I'm playing catch up at the moment, so not sure what you're asking about, Eric. Let's see. It's like pulling nails with Rex. I'm doing all the heavy lifting here. If you helped with the composition of the cards for Rex, yeah, excellent. Yeah, see, he's helped me. Yeah, attaboy, Rex. Yeah, I'm learning. I need some direction, and we're we're gonna resize resizing some TIFF files. I want to make sure I don't wipe everything out. Spacing on the campaign, things like that. Another set of eyes. I think Gable would uh, agree. Another set of eyes while you do it is not a bad thing. Because another set of eyes can catch something that you miss.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt.
It'd be great. I think from this experience, I might learn enough to, kind of be guided into, putting up another campaign, by myself. So, we'll work on it.
Nice.
I'm working on it. I'm growing as a person.
I'm gonna have to learn this stuff soon too. So.
Yeah, and one thing I got to say about that Shadowhawk is it's going to be near impossible to do it on your phone. You're going to have to get some device to be able to put your campaign up beside your phone, because I'm not sure you're going to have access to be able to put everything up just using the device that you have. Have you thought about that?
Let me worry about that when we get there.
Okay. All right. I'll let you worry about
I got time. I got time.
I got enough gray hair as it is, my friend.
I'm just getting started. I'm not under the gun like some people.
Yeah. Well, it helps me. Dario, I've been promoting. I went on Wise Guys last night and I promoted. Dario looked over the campaign today. I was in his chat directing him towards the campaign. He looked it over real good. Although he kind of stopped a little short. And I said, all that hard work I did adding that artwork at the bottom and you didn't even look at it. And then when he looked at it, he was like, oh, this looks great. So, it's getting there. We still got a lot of stuff to put on. I've still got a lot of, I've got to go to the printer. I didn't get that done today, and have her send me over some files and stuff to, we've still got work to do this week. But I'll make it worth Omer's, worth his while in the end. I will never help anyone with their campaign ever again. Consider yourself lucky, Rex. Okay. Well, I burned that bridge, you know. Yeah, I do consider myself not lucky, but blessed, you know, that you came along, Omer, you know. Otherwise, because the person I had in mind had some health issues and probably right now and probably couldn't have done it for me. So could have found probably would
I
have had
hope
to find an alternative, you know.
Eric Battlehawk. I'm shooting for next spring, right around this time of year, right around the birthday.
There you go. Yeah. During tax season. That's a good time.
I hope so.
Yeah. And I'll try not to conflict with you because hopefully, you know, around this time next year, I'll have another campaign to put up. That John Buscema book.
Yeah, but
I'm
well,
calling it Cash Grab 3
that's.
because I'm going to go for the money
I
on
think
that.
that's kind of a different audience, though, Rex. I don't think
It
that's
probably
really.
is. Yeah. Yeah. Mrs. G in the house, salacious rum as well. It's good to see both of you.
Hey, Salacious, Mrs. G. Always good to see you.
Always open for macaroni art commission. There you go. I used to do macaroni art when I was younger, but I did it. Yeah. My mother's did that and with beans and stuff. She's got with beans and corn and thing like that. She's got a rooster or did have. I don't know if she still has it. I need to ask her about that. I really, you know, when she moved, there was a lot that just got sold off or went by the wayside that they got in such a tizzy about getting out of the house and getting moved and on her brother's funeral they had a sale and the people that they put in charge they just no one of the family was around to say yes or no, do you sell this, and things got sold that shouldn't have got sold. And I'm like, well, you got, you know, and then after they got the house sold they were like, well, let's sell the car. And I'm like, what is the hurry? What
Yeah,
is the hurry? And then she's lamenting that she doesn't have as much freedom, that she can't go drive anymore. Well, you sold the car just immediately. You just didn't, you know. I'm glad we
right.
got all that done. Oh my God, am I glad we got that done?
Yeah, I remember when you were going through
I
all
had a
that.
whole room of stuff in there up in the attic, and I had to get it out under the gun, and it's still piled up in my den. You know, at least I got it out of the elements. You know, paintings mostly, but there's some Pez and things like that that, you know.
Yeah,
But man, everything was done in such a rush, and it's like, what is the freaking hurry? What is the hurry? Why? I just don't get it, you know. But my brother and my mother, you know, outvoted. Okay, common sense. If you people knew how to be laid back at all, I mean, at all, you might make good decisions. Everything's got to be done yesterday. Like my
yeah,
mother when I came in. Oh, I'm glad you're here. I got your truck tags for you here. Okay. I wasn't going anywhere. I was staying at home. I just went across the street and back again. They're not going to
mm,
get me. You know, just calm down. It's okay. But you know, at 89, she can do what she wants. She can be high strung as she wants.
you know, that, yeah. By that time, you deserve whatever you want.
Still working on my folded paper snowflakes. Well, this is a good season to do it in. I always love doing those.
Oh, are you
Sometimes
making
they
cute
come out
little
rectangular
Democrats so
or
that we
square.
can burn them later?
Sometimes I cut them up so bad they look like a doily, you know, with a bunch of holes in it. Uh, I don't know. I got this person, Elisa. Yeah, I saw they were nice. So what's the prep? I, you know, I think this person's trying to. I think this person is like uh, you know, a campaign type thing. I don't know. It's like she keeps asking me, so what's your prep for your release? wanting a job. Like, I got it
Mm-hmm.
covered. I got it covered as best I can. You want to jump in there and give me your spiel. Don't ask me a bunch of questions. And, you know, I, it's one question after another with this person. And it's like, what are you digging for? Why don't you just come out and say, hey, I want a job. I'd like to look at your campaign and tell you how you can make it better or blah, blah, blah. Give me your spiel. Maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't. But these questions are like, what's your social security number and your bank, which I'm
All right.
exaggerating there. Okay. They didn't ask me that. But I mean, you might as well. Who was your firstborn? What's your mother's maiden name? Look, you're from Nigeria. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Little prejudice when it comes to that. Nigeria? No, unsafe. Sorry. Uh, I'm in Iran. That doesn't help any. Sorry. Russia? Nope. Mexico? Nope. Sorry. Downright prejudice when it comes to sending information to those places. Sorry. It is a pleasure to help Rex on his campaign, though. Well, thank you, Omer. You'll never do it again. I get it. I got a bad reputation already. Thanks. Sounds like a bot. Maybe. I mean, what's the bot trolling for? I don't know. Rexy, you are free next Monday, 4 p.m. If you want to, would you glad to get an update on your campaign? Sure. Let's see. Next Monday, sure. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so that would be 3 to 4. Okay. I will put that down on my calendar, Salacious. We will do that. You just send me the link over on X. I'm lining up shows after Saturday to go on for this month and next month. And I'm already going on with a Doc's Nooner thing on the 12th, and Flip City will be in that. And then I'll be on with Flip City the 13th. Then I'm on with David Brink the 16th, and Kyle Prometheus the 23rd. And I'm not showing where I'm going to be on with Shadow Mare, but I'm supposed to be on with Shadow Mare on one of these days. But
I forgot which day you told me.
Friday we're going to have on Josh Howard and talk to Josh Howard. Friday we're just going to celebrate Shadowhawk's birthday. Rex say he is gonna nooner. Yeah. They got a rent. Sounds like a hacked account. I don't know about a wrench. That's over on X that we're communicating. I want you to ask about how you got about making a comic book. Okay. Ask me what you want. I have written a short story. Would be good to get you through advice. Yeah. I don't need it. I've got it between my ears. I can tell you exactly. And I can cut it down to, if you say, give me 2 minutes worth, I'll give you 2 minutes worth. I got this. But if you want me to write it down, I won't, because I'll be busy up till Saturday. Maybe over the weekend, maybe I'll write it down. But if that's what's required to do for the Monkey Lizard hangout, I will. Would be good to get an update on your campaign. And also, I want to ask you about how you go about making a comic. Sure. Yeah. And what got me collecting comics and all kinds of stuff. Sure. What famous people I've met, whatever. Rex is a gooner who's going to have a nooner. Okay. Hand drawn chicken, 30 seconds elevator pitch. Absolutely. I got this. Yeah. I had deleted the conversation, and they came back and said, how much of your comic is completed? I said about 90%, give or take. Yeah, don't waste my time. I won't waste your time. That's what I say. Let's see, Shadow Mare. Don't want to lose them. Shadow Mare. Let's write that down. I got charged $500 for the fake verified that I really received it. Really thought it was same profile pic and name as yours and Person blocked me already and clear everything. That's why. I see. I actually reported your ex account instead of someone else's. And I also asked my friends to report you, which is why I reached out to you and I wanted to check what the official Discord email said. I really need your help so we can fix this. I don't know about that. Okay. Somebody trying to screw with me. That's nice. Let's see. Let's see. I will be on with Shadowmare Wednesday the 12th as well. Okay, I had it marked here. I need to put a line there. That'll be 7 p.m. my time. Which is Central Time. So got a couple of shows lined up for the 12th. One for the 13th. All right. I'm gullible. You can scam me if you want. Sure. Why isn't Omer on drawing? What in the world is happening? Delete, abort, block and report. Okay. That's called a scam. Okay. Hand chickens. That's really under. Yeah. He never sends me the link. Never. That's a harsh word. I am cut to the quick. Just saying. I will send you the link right now. Omer, if that's her real name. Okay. I don't know how to report that, but I and Omer, if that's his real name, we'll look into that briefly. We're going to have a meeting here, and I'll get a second set of eyes on it. It is what it is. What it is. What it is. And I probably won't upload these images he's worked on. I'll do that on my own time. Rick also sends me the link when I can't join. Well, can you join today, Mrs. G? I'll send you the link now or put it in the chat. Now he wants me to do me. Now he wants to do me. Wow. Shadowhawk's awful quiet. Hashtag justice for Mrs. Good Stuff. She doesn't need justice. She needs a link. She may not need that if she's working or has time. I'll just send it when, hey, that, if nothing else, Mrs. G, that says I'm thinking of you. I love to see you and Mr. Good Stuff out and I figure you're busy right now. You're moving. And I loathe moving. Keep trying, Rex. I can't because Good Stuff is painting with a sprayer. Okay. Yeah. You're probably cooking dinner or going to be cooking dinner too. But yeah, you're moving. I know you're busy. Are you there, Shadowhawk? You're unmuted. Too loud? Laugh out loud? Oh, should I said, keep trying, Rex? So Mr. G wouldn't hear me? Is that it? Are we doing that? What's next for Rex to do them? I don't know. No, you people are crazy. You people are insane. When I'm the only one in the room who's sane, that's bad. That's bad. And bring the campaign up. We are going to be campaign focused this as much as possible this, next few days. We'll be over on Red Valkyries. I meant to say that at 3 Central. That'll be 4 Eastern time Saturday for a momentum makeover. So, real quick, we've redone the bundle cover. We've still got a lot to do on the campaign, so forgive us. We've redone some of these pictures. We're going to make these individual ones bigger. or Omer is going to show me how to do that. He's not an editor on the campaign, so he's directing me as I do the labor of it, and then at least get the pictures up that he's comped together in some instances. We've added and reconfigured things. There's a new Tank Ferret piece that I showed you the trading card earlier. We'll have more tiers, so it'll go lengthier. Put up some of my early artwork from I think 2002 of Dead Ninja and Sargasso and Kill Dragon and Blood Dragon and Sand Devil. I think he had two names. I think maybe Dust Devil was one of them as well. Can't remember. I put Omer Glitch's 2-ton up, my character 2-ton that he did. I don't know if you've seen the John Dillard pieces I put on there. I put the head sketch example and stretch goals. I'm thinking for the final stretch goal here, which is to be announced. I'm thinking everybody might get, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe everybody get another head sketch, with your order. Is that not enough? Instead you get 2 pieces of original artwork. I don't really want to open it up to, wait, I'm an editor. I don't know. Are you an editor? Can a campaign have too much? Is that too much? Is that too much? I mean, I've got artwork from various artists. I'll have artwork by Tank Ferret. I swap out some of the pages to Grave Tales by Doc Playlock. I'll delete some of the stuff I've got on there now. So if there's something you see now, cover pitch, a few interiors. That's all I need. Okay. Covers, pitch, a few interiors. Okay. Well, I can show you some more interior work. I mean, there's 3 pages to the next issue, a sneak preview. This is a whole universe. So, I mean, the more, I don't know. I mean, it's just a feast for the eyes. That's all it is. Is it confusing? Too many images? I don't think so. Razzle dazzle you? Well, I mean, I'm glad I got up. I mean, I paid a colorist to color my trading cards. It's going to be trading cards. I did Ninja and Kill Dragon, Blood Dragon. Who else I put up there? I'm waiting for Rex to send me the writing that's supposed to go on the campaign so I can edit it. One thing at a time, sweet Jesus. Just put the whole book up, Rex. What does that mean? Put the whole book up. Paradox choice, and that's the real deal. I mean, besides original artwork, which it wasn't too heavy on original artwork, or maybe the artwork was priced too high. I don't know. We're trying to offer more product. If you don't want it, don't buy it. If you don't want a sticker book, you don't have to have a sticker book. You don't want the Art of Devil Flyer, you don't have to have that book. But your head sketches artwork will probably be published in it. So you're receiving published artwork by me, done by me. So that's a pretty good deal. I mean, 6 a.m. sticker, just gave you that. It's still about the books and the artwork, not about the tchotchkes, really. You know, any tchotchkes are going to be stretch goals and given to you for free. I mean, I got one tapestry and one standee, but I think those are cool, and I do want to, you know, tick off a few of those boxes. And artist edition hardback if you want that. Uh, Drawn in tier, offering you more on that. You'll get written into a story, possibly several stories. You know, I mean, permanent character status. Who's offering that stuff? Nobody. Cut the price almost $100 on that tier for people to jump on. You know, going to get a great artist, Jay Kreger, to do the drawn in tiers. You saw the first example of that. It looks spot on to the photos. I mean, you couldn't get a better artist to do the drawn in tier in your book, in my opinion. Or I haven't seen them. Just make sure the campaign page is simple enough to navigate. Yeah. I mean, on the side, you'll have the rewards. It's simple enough to navigate. You'll have lots of art there on the left, though. You know, if it gets too much, we'll eliminate a few things. I'm just trying to get up enough on there, you know, new stuff to, you know, give you a good look of what you're going to be getting. You know, trading card artwork, everything that I have. And right now, I'm kind of limited on just the images. I've used just about everything I can think of, you know, that I have available right now. I'll have to get some more stuff scanned and put together, you know. But yeah, I think campaigns can get too complex. I think they can get too much. But I mean, as far as putting up images there, I don't know. I think people probably been confused somewhat about what the campaign's about anyway. I mean, they see Devil Flare and they go, "Oh, it's about one character." No, it's not. You know, never has been, never will be. You know, maybe after the second issue they'll get it. You know, uh, I think most of the people kind of know what it is because they watch this channel and that's kind of the core audience I've reached. You know, but you know, read it. If it's not the best thing you've read this year, I'll, I'll refund your money. How about that? That's a deal. You can clip that, you know, because I can sell it to somebody else, you know. Or you know what? You probably keep it for free, you know, because I know that shipping's, you know. You know, maybe it's not the best thing you've read, you know, but it'll sure challenge it. I think that there's needs to be like, you know, on the awards type thing that they do. You know, there needs to be a black and white section. There needs to be a more user friendly towards independent publishers, the ones that are in the trenches, the ones they call slums. Yeah, but most backers will give you 5 to 10 seconds of attention. But I'm a simple man. Well, yeah, I mean, that's why all the pertinent stuff should be right up there at the top. And, you know, the tiers are there. And I mean, you got the books, the digital tier, blah, blah, blah. Uh, and you got the artwork. If you're not into buying artwork, you can skip all that. If you don't want to look at a bunch of artwork on the left hand side, you don't have to. You know, if you never want to go to all the way to the bottom, it's pretty sad the attention span some people's got. Tell you the truth. Uh, but yeah, some of these campaigns are complex. I'm not trying to make mine complex at all. I think it's pretty straightforward. I mean, when you get down there and you see free this, free that, you know, that ought to excite you. Free stuff, yeah. People that back this book, just back one book, back the digital tier, back 5 trading cards. You know, you'll get more than you bargain for. You'll get good value for your money. I like if I'm getting 2 books with the tier, the picture shows 2 books. I don't like when someone puts the same image in every tier and you have to expand every one of them to find out what it is in it. Yeah. You have a lot of custom art you want to sell, lead people to your eBay, Etsy, or whatever store. Maybe that's it. Maybe we just need to trim the campaign down to the bare essence, the bare bones, and have a link to go somewhere else. But right now, I don't have, you know, a place for them to go, really.
Right.
Maybe eBay store. Maybe if I started putting up stuff on eBay, sure. I don't have to sell that artwork on here. I can put up a link for eBay and send it over there. But I figure if somebody's, going to go on with Red Valkyrie and, and she's going to cosplay a character or something, I need to have enough difference in the first campaign a year ago to now to make it to justify that. They need their tears weird like only the tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. They can get definitely some campaigns can get too complex,
I mean, I don't mind you getting creative with naming them and whatever, but make it easy on a little thumbnail or whatever, so you can see. This comes with 2 books and 3 books plus a bookmark, and whatever.
Way more just trying to show off the stuff you'll get if you back the book. Just make sure the campaign page is simple enough to navigate, and your tiers show examples and our descriptions well with what it's included. Yeah. I got to make it easier for the backers. Yeah, I get that, but I mean, you got to admit, attention spans are small nowadays. You're not wrong about that. There's some campaigns I click on, I go, whoa, look at all that. I'm really not that invested in it. It does put me off. Impatient shopper, though, usually know basically what I'm after, especially if I'm anticipating a launch. Yeah. Well, we're adding the Art of Devil Flyer book. We're adding a sticker book with a special 6 a.m. sticker. The art book will have a 10 years of Bog section. So you'll get to see my different iterations of Bog throughout, sort of the development of that character. Although I try to draw him differently, try different things with him, that maybe different eyes, maybe a different brow, maybe a different, just all kinds. I mean, there's several iterations of Bog. I mean, he's a living organism that can change, like a shapeshifter. So he, I like trying to come up with the bigger and better Bog, as a character. Certain characters like Superman, okay. John Longbox, Patriarch. One look, and the character. This one I want to have different looks. Even Swamp Thing starting out had a different look. At first, in the first outing, in the one-shot story in House of Mystery. And then you're going to get different looks with different of the character, with different artists coming on board. Just with Swamp Thing, you got Bernie Wrightson's, you got Luis Dominguez, you got Tom Yates, you got the Alan Moore years where they put all the mushrooms and detail on them and stuff. So different artists are going to portray them differently. I'm going to draw it different than Omer. Omer's going to draw it different than Doc. I think you'll do Rail Rex for putting more thought into it than some do, not jumping the gun. I backed Rex too, and I have the ash can. And yes, and you will be getting that that charter member card, which will get you stuff in the mail. I can't wait to send out the first premium. And it may be original art. I've done enough head sketches. I went on Dario and he's like, oh crap. I was like, yeah, I got 64 backers, but I've probably done 200, 250 head sketches of different characters and whatnot. I mean, I've done a few Zeitgeist, maybe about 20. I've done a few bog, maybe about 30. I've done a few geos, let's say about 20 or 30.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I've got different characters I've been working on as well, and some brand new characters that I've been developing during this. So it's kind of been a win-win for me. I've got like I say, that's how I like to work is if I can come up with the head, like that skeleton guy with the brain. If I can come up with the head, I can come up with the body, and I can come up with a name at some point, for him and powers, and his backstory. So the 43 has been a good challenge for me to create 43 characters. And I've already had some created and said, okay, this character like Twisted Man that I created years ago, okay, he could be one of the 43, sure.
Right.
I've been a day one backer on both campaigns. Thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping we do well. I mean, if I just get a few new backers, or if I don't get any new backers, and there's some return backers that want the art book, Outer was the one that gave me the idea for that, and that was kind of what I was wanting to do anyway. I know that'll go quicker because and won't impede getting all the stuff out. And again, if I put everything in the kitchen sink on this campaign to make a good first impression, that's just good for you. You get more stuff with your purchase, whatever level you're purchased at, And look, man, I'm not going to make my money back on this campaign anyway. And people say, well, save it for next campaign. I've got plenty for the next campaign, but these head sketches, they're already done. Might as well put them in a book, and I want 10 years of bog and take a lot of that bog stuff that I've already got scanned and put it in a book. And I'd like to see that for a reference for me. I want to flip through this stuff myself,
Yeah, why not?
and that's not going to impede for filming at all. I mean, it's another book, but I mean, she's got most of the scans done for the bog stuff already. I'll be handing her the final head sketches, at least a good number of them to do. She's already done a bunch of them, some of the early ones. So I mean, I know.
Thank you, Mrs. Good Stuff.
Huh?
I was just saying, thank you, Mrs. Good Stuff.
I know who's going to be printing the art book. I know who's going to be printing the sticker book and some of the other stuff, and hopefully here pretty soon I'll have product in hand where I can show you some of the trading cards and things. I want to get these characters' likeness out there, and I was wanting to do a whole deck of cards, and Shadowhawk talked me out of that. He was like, just offer up 9. Okay. That still wasn't enough for me. It's like, okay, I'll offer up 9 card trading card set, and they'll come in the pouch. You'll get the pouch free. I already got those purchased. And you can fit them in a binder at that point, and they'll be printed double-sided. You'll have side mark on one side and Devil Flower on another. That way you get the first 18 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Get the first top 18 characters. And we'll do another 9 card set on the next. I've got enough artwork to do 2 campaigns right now. It's sad that I can't use some of the artwork that I initially bought, but them's, once we get rolling on this, I'm hoping, I'm going to try and make that July fulfillment date for everybody. And then we'll work on a John Buscema book, getting we've already sent some stuff to Glenn. Elsie's still gathering up some of the stuff for the book. He's finding new stuff. I'm sure I haven't found everything around the house that could go into the book.
Right.
It'll be an interesting book by itself, but it's just not my stuff. It's more for the money. I've got to be honest for you. But now, if you like John Buscema, and I'll do, I'll write about. We'll do. It won't just be all pictures, but most of it will be just the art. You know, we'll do an intro. And I don't know. I'll even talk to Mike Barron about doing a forward for it. I don't know if I'll have to pay him to do that, or if he'll graciously do that. If not, I'll get somebody else. But that was a good idea. Rex is good on going on other channels and marketing, though, so that has to keep happening. But this time with a place for people to go and pick up what he already has out, and then I'll send them over to my eBay. I'll start adding some stuff to the eBay.
There you
go. Video tour of the basement as they stretch go. Bell Rider says.
Hail, Bell Rider.
I think people want to see some more of my artwork. And I know Gable says, well, I want to see more sequential. Absolutely.
Right.
There we go. Salacious Rum's bookmark for the show. How about that?
Oh, cool.
That was quick. See these whizzes with the computers?
That's awesome.
Look at that. I hit the like button. Ha ha. Set up in advance.
What's the little critter in the middle there supposed to be?
Well, that's Salacious Rum.
Oh, that's Salacious. Okay.
He's been on with us.
Yeah,
the puppet. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I get it.
That's the monkey lizard himself.
Yes.
Hood stuff. Homer Glitch in the house.
That's going to be my new show for this spring, Pale Rider. How to fix bald spots in your lawn.
Ooh. That look like chicken something.
Chicken vegetable soup.
Chicken vegetable soup. It looks far too healthy for you, sir. What is this character on the drawing board?
This is Addex, Christian Zappo's character.
I think it's
which can be found on Fund My Comic. It's called Addex The Reckoning, I think. The Tome of Reckoning? I don't know, something like that.
Tome of Reckoning, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tome of Reckoning is Dio.
Is a different one?
Yeah, it's Dionysus.
Dionysus, yeah.
Yeah, I can't
remember.
It's
Addex something. Addex. It's on it's on Fund My Comic, but also you can go to his website, foresight1.com, I think. So what's going on, everybody?
Not a lot, man. Burnt out from work today. Was falling asleep for the first 30 minutes while Rex was talking. I was just kind of
You went to go.
Well, now you have drifted off before, once or twice. You have drifted off once or twice. Fell asleep.
Yeah.
Got a little glitch there.
But I get it. I mean, I've been that way too, especially when I worked at a factory.
Gable over here is telling us we're doing it all wrong. We're doing it all wrong, Gable. Help us. Help us, Gable.
Mrs. G says, I was just thinking about it, and I believe your show is one I have watched the longest, Rex, even before I started hanging out with Flying Feline. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Before you were hanging out. Yeah.
I spent 5 hours on this, Rex. Look at that. It's beautiful.
I know.
Actually, I only spent like 30 minutes on it.
Okay.
Maybe an hour.
That's 30. That's 30 minutes. You'll never get it back. Maybe an hour.
Yeah.
All I can do is give my opinions. The decisions are above my pay grade. I laugh out loud. Um,
Thank you, Hal.
well,
As always.
there's definitely changes that need to happen in 2025 to the channel. You know,
To the channel. What are you gonna do to the channel? This is news to me. What?
well, I
What?
mean, we already did something to the channel very early on, Homer. A few weeks ago, we put up the new trailer.
Oh, the new
Remember?
trailer. The new
Huh?
trailer.
Yeah, new trailer. Trailer trash.
The trailer.
Yeah.
We're gonna get we gotta get there at the end. We gotta put you saying, buy my book.
Well, everybody's got an opinion, but now Gable's got good opinions, and he knows. And what we need is more people to get involved with small creators and say, I will help you. And I will help you for a fee. And it could be a nominal fee. You could grow it, whatever. I mean, that's kind of what Good Stuff does, right? Somewhat with trailers and stuff like that. So there are people out there like that like that. Ray Haylock's one of those, but he's in Australia, which makes it a little strained on the different times,
Yeah.
But
plus, we all know Australia is like a fake place. It's not a real place.
Okay. I don't know. I've never been there, so it's imaginary pixie dust till I visit there. It's just hearsay and internet blather. So I don't know.
Yeah, they all think they're in America, which is weird.
America. Yeah. America. But there's people. Apex Comics, one of them.
He's the one that got you started on all this nonsense.
It doesn't take 2 years to get up a MailChimp account unless you don't know how. And it's daunting, and it's Mount Everest to you. Now, Gable, he could have it up. Homer, he could have it up. Shadowhawk and I, no, we need help.
Help me.
And you don't know till you ask,
Yeah, I have an opinion on how to bypass MailChimp and not use MailChimp and use something else.
Well, we did with my campaign. Actually, Justin set up something different,
Yeah, there's got to be free ways to get around this MailChimp nonsense, because you got to pay for it after 200 or 500 signups.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I guess I heard that, but I only got like 109 in 4 days, something like that. Only.
Yeah.
Pretty good mail up, for as short as it was. It took us 3 days to get over 100, but we did it, We had 60 the first day, which was phenomenal. And I think the major majority of that is 64%. So I think on this campaign, we are doing it. We have done it, as far as a first campaign and a smaller creator. Maybe there's some moves that I could have made differently in all this time for sure. But I mean,
you're gonna start moving differently, like Young Ripper, Eric July, move differently.
No, I don't know.
Bob and weave.
I don't keep up with.
Neither do I just remember
I've got
that
people like you out there to do that for me, to inform me what's going on.
Part of the Rex intelligence.
Yeah, I'm all about the base, I'm all about the momentum verse, and that's enough for me. I mean, it always has been. I want to do my own thing. I want to be original. I don't.
You could ingratiate yourself with other independent creators and do some of their independent characters. That way, they feel indebted to you. Maybe help you to promote more.
Yeah, that's manipulation. Anyway, witchcraft. Anyway, yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying, Omer, and some people.
That's my tactic.
I am what I am.
I am what I am, Sam.
I will be doing an Omer glitch.
Jonas cover. In the house.
I will do that. I will be doing his. And I was looking at the images you dropped, I think on Instagram, and that should be sufficient to give me, you know. But I'm not thinking about that right now till after the 8th.
Yeah, man. Whenever you can.
It's like that's my deadline, and I'm gonna make it. And then it's off to the races again, promoting at least for a little while.
Dale's gonna draw Bog. Hell yeah, Dale, do it, bro.
Oh,
I'm all about encouraging people
to see other people's artwork. I'm very
big shout out to Don Draw Stuff. He did a glitch for me and colored it up and sent it to me today, I believe. Thank you, Don. If you're out there, prayers for you.
Loves Bog. Cool. I like him too. I mean, he was the original character that I was like going to settle on to do a book about, you know, personally. I thought it played to my strengths and my interest. And after my father passed away 10 years ago in 2015, I said, I need to settle. And I waited a couple months. I waited about a month and a half till I made the decision that the thing that I would try and develop the most was the Bog character and his story. And his origin's going to differ because I've rethought that. I mean,
is it a little bit of a personal story for your pops?
For what?
Is it a little bit of a personal story for your pops, your dad?
No, not really. It's just that you know, that was a memorable time, and he was like a viable character that I really, you know, I mean, you could say he's a derivative. He's sort of my Swamp Thing or Man Thing character. You know, what would I do with a
Is your story better than Alan Moore's? I hope so.
Which story are you referring to?
All of them.
All of them. Yeah. Well, I haven't read all of them, but I have read a bunch of them. And I
haven't read any of them.
I even have early original artwork from the inker that inked the Alan Moore run.
Nice.
Follow more people on X and post the bejesus out of your comic. I do that, but it only has so much effect, Mrs. G. Believe me. I really do.
Please like, share, follow, and subscribe, folks. If you're here on Rex's channel, hit him up.
Salacious Runs on it, man. He's already sent me the link for the show that's 6 days away.
Hell yeah. It's awesome. That means he really wants you. That's great.
Yeah. Everybody wants you. Yeah, I do more on
You
X
talk blasphemy, Shadow.
platform.
Alan Moore is a god amongst comics people.
Right now on X,
just kidding.
I have 1,468 followers on X.
Holy wow. That's
so it's good, and I think it helps. And we are streaming to X right now.
You got to make sure you get retweets. That's the biggest hurdle on X. The retweets help aggregate your numbers and make you jump.
Yeah.
Well, I have.
You're good at that, and I've been retweeting some of your stuff. I've been blocked by a few people over there on X too for some reason. Maybe they
I've gotten some of that too.
Their stuff. And I've been blocked where I can't even go on their site. I don't. I think.
That's a fine line.
Maybe I can go on their site, but I can't retweet their stuff. And I don't know what they have against me. No one's ever said I'm blocking you because of your political views or blah blah blah. Which there's not.
Sometimes you get sucked into the blockchain block,
and it could be CG. You know, I don't know. I've been vacillating whether to put take that off. You know, the one of the best CG sites on YouTube is my description. I don't disavow CG.
It's all indie comics, man.
Maybe I should say, like Ronald Reagan, I didn't leave CG. CG left me.
Oh, wow. That's controversial. Watch it. That's controversial.
Well, I mean, I'm not a former pro. I know Ethan knows about this channel because he's EFAP this channel a couple times.
Yeah.
He might be a regular watcher.
Wow, that would be cool.
Who knows?
Ethan, come on the show.
Ethan,
Ethan,
if you are, we
Send him the
love
link.
you. I mean, this is
Yeah,
I introduced like here's Ethan Van Glitch, things
yeah,
like that. I'm not ashamed of Ethan, but
yeah. Me neither. Yeah,
you know,
he's a comic pro,
and what
and
he's done. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if he wasn't doing what he did on YouTube first.
right. I wouldn't be doing what
So,
I'm doing either if he
so
wasn't a
that was the
6-year-old kid who made a
seed that
cyber
that was the seed that this little sprout coming out of the earth called Momentum Comics and the 4 o'clock shadow came out of. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to like everything everybody does
Or says, yeah.
Look, I guarantee you there are people that every one of us says, if the skeletons came out of everybody's closet and you knew everything about me, you wouldn't like me. If you knew everything about Omer Glitch, you wouldn't like him. If you knew everything
people
about
would love
Shadowhawk,
me. What do you?
too much
People love
information
me.
can kill a relationship. You need to keep some
you
of your
gotta
life
keep it
a
spicy.
mystery.
You gotta keep it spicy.
Well, it looks like a wizard god. Maybe no. If you're a CG, you're going to get
like right
blocked.
now. I'm in my
It's the way of
underwear.
the
Do
beast,
people need to know that?
I'm giving my 2 weeks notice after that comment, Rex. What? Oh, okay. After
CG left you.
CG left me. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. There was a famous quote by Ronald Reagan. He said, "I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me." And good thing.
I am not a crook. I am not a crook.
Ever since it was formed, and sorry. So with Jimmy,
hey, Shadow, just so you know, I already applied for my CG license to print comics, and I was approved. I had it notarized and everything.
Yeah, I don't spam. I very rarely. I go in and I support the channels, and I say leave a like, please, and I'm please and thank you, and I'm polite. And every now and then I might drop the link to the campaign, but very rarely. If there's something, there really hasn't been that much different in the campaign. So we've been, I treat everything as kayfabe and entertainment.
Little Jimmy Reyes. Damn it, Gable. Damn
except Jimmy Reyes. Fuck that guy.
That dude had a heart attack. He was fucking dying, bro.
Yeah. I don't have any ill will towards him. I mean, he came through with my cover, and I always knew he would. I know he's been under was going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
maybe he hasn't handled things right. I mean, just come out with your book and you'll be fine. And come out,
I mean, explain to people what's happening to your health.
I got my book. I'm satisfied.
I got my book.
But Shadow didn't get his book yet, and he'd be fine with a black and white version. And maybe I should just send him my black and white version.
To Gable?
He sent me
so he won't be so mad at him.
Stuff before. I just backed it to support Jimmy. Yeah, and I was the last backer. I
really wanted to back the second. I really wanted to back the second. What is Dragon Rage? But like since the first one came out and this reboot thing he was doing, that totally turned me off because I was like, just go with issue number 2. Why are you redoing this whole thing? Just kick your writer, rewrite it yourself, starting with issue number 2. Don't say it's a reboot. Tie it into the first one, and keep going, man. Like you had to redo all this stuff because of the writer. Just kick him out and take it, whatever he wrote for you. If you paid him and use it and adapt it. I mean, if you paid for it, if it was worked on spec, get it out and then give him his money and move along and keep going.
If it takes you 5 years to get your book out, at least you delivered it and you were honest about that.
5 years.
I'm not saying that that's a good business practice because it probably won't work a second time. You need to get it out in a timely fashion. But if you don't, and at least you delivered, I at least give you credit that you're an honest person.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I backed the campaign, and I told you what campaign it was, and I probably shouldn't have done that. But I don't know what problems going on in his life, and I'll have to get him the PayPal link so I can get my money back. I'd rather have the product.
That's a lame excuse, though, Rex. Like, I ain't got time to mail your shit out. I ain't got time. You already paid me.
I know it is.
That's weird. That's just.
I know it is, but
well, at least you're getting a refund. That's.
Oh, we'll see.
There's some honor in that.
And
I guess,
trust
right?
him that he'll do that. If he doesn't, okay.
So, Gable, you haven't gotten your black and white book yet? Is that what you're saying? I guess he missed some people. He was saying some weird thing that he had 200
Maybe
return
Jimmy doesn't
addresses.
expect to be around in 5 years. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he
Right.
thinks he's going to die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's possible, yeah.
I mean, I know he's ran on a religious bent or whatever, but and medical bills, and maybe his wife's left him. I don't know. That's just speculation.
Yeah. That
But-
sucks. If
Yeah,
that's
that's not easy. I've been through that.
Yeah.
It's
me
not
too,
easy,
man.
and I don't want to
Me
ever
too.
go back to that. You know,
Nope.
it's a lot of hurt that I'd
100%.
rather forget.
Yeah.
You know, tough times.
Yeah. Well,
And
at least he's not bitter.
It took me
or-
2 years to get my first divorce. 2
Yeah,
years.
same here. Yeah, it was about
Long
a
drawn
year or
out
two.
affair that took way too long.
Yeah.
And then it was a nothing burger. She accused me of all kinds of stuff and drugged this thing out in different courts and venues and moved several times and just, made it a living hell for the kids and me. And
Oh,
then when it
that
came
sucks
to
to hear.
it and the lawyer questioned her about everything, it's like, I ain't got anything to say about it. Okay.
Wow, Dell. Yeah, that sounds terrible. Yeah, Dell's saying he really doesn't expect to be around for the next 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
He was shipping the one black and ones, not the color ones promised, but then stopped shipping the black and white. And I'm glad I got the black and white. I would rather had the black and white. So it worked out perfect for me.
Yeah,
and
that's
why
rough.
I was at the very bottom of the list. He had already shut the campaign down, but the campaign hadn't ended yet. I was his very
Hey,
last
Rex,
backer.
did she take half of everything?
No. Well,
Mine took half of everything.
she was claiming my comics collection. You know, she put it in.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
you mentioned that. to me.
But it burned up, so none of us got it. You know,
Yeah.
I had my collection about 1 month, and then the guy burned his place down, took my collection with it. And it had been in storage because she seized it and put it in storage. And through the courts, I got it back for about a month and was inventorying it, but I didn't have any heat in the place. And it was like in the teens, like about 14 degrees. It was too cold to be in there. And I took like 2 or 3 days off. And in that time, the guy said, "Oh, he's not there tonight. I'll burn my place down for the insurance money to redevelop it, to take money off my taxes and stuff." At first, he told us all he didn't have insurance on the place, and yet he got an insurance check back. I know that much. I looked into suing him. Arson's very hard to prove.
Yeah,
And it's a good boy town, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody probably going to be on his side, whatever.
Oh,
Even
that's
though
the way
he
we
took
run
my
things here in
place
Texas,
and
too.
5 businesses with it.
Holy cow! Wow.
So may he burn in hell. No, I shouldn't say that. But I said it anyway. You know, I mean, fine. You know, karma, whatever, it'll come back around. You don't get away with that stuff. And it was just stuff.
Hey,
I didn't
Rex,
lose my life.
It wasn't him who burned the place down. It was his
I
ex-wife.
lost my annuals. I lost my class ring. I lost everything almost, except my life.
Jeez.
Furniture, all gone in an instant. Couldn't believe it.
He couldn't have kicked you out of there first and then burned the place down?
No, he didn't kick me out. In fact, I paid the rent the day before for another month. And I promptly went down from the ashes of the place, still smoldering, just down the street a little bit and got my refund back. You know, got my rent money back because I just paid the rent for another month the day before.
Yeah. I'm hoping this wasn't like a lifetime close friend or something.
It wasn't. No.
That feel betrayal.
It was a nice place. I mean, it was a historic place. It, like I said, probably the most precious thing I lost besides like my John Byrne and Jim Starlin artwork and stuff like that was, and my collection, of course, was Calvin Coolidge's burial flag.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, Jonas. Yeah. but like it was too late or something.
PBS offered Jimmy a cover of the money he
It was
would
after the
earn
fact,
from it to
but
pay a
you know,
colorist.
he didn't tell anybody.
Yeah. He should have took it if he didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's people in this community that'll help you out if you're just honest, right?
Yeah, I think so too. But sometimes it's hard because of all the kayfabe, right? And the trolling, and you know, and if people have, you know, their armies, you know, and they just keep hammering away at people.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I hope
3
never
years
to be
in, strong and growing. I mean, we've been on here. We hadn't been hit up too much.
right.
You know, as
Yeah.
we grow,
I mean,
we might get hit, you know.
Right. Yeah.
You don't like me, that's your problem. At one time, if you didn't like me, it would have tied me up in a knot, and it really would have affected me mentally and physically and whatnot. But I've grown since then. You know, if you don't like me, that's your problem. I don't diss.
You have to remember the internet's a very bizarre place sometimes.
I know it is. I know it is. There's a lot of mental illness on the internet, and not everybody's mentally ill, but there are some that are mentally ill. And I think some of these mentally ill people have been outed. And why they continue to be accepted by some people is beyond me. Because you can't trust somebody that's unstable like that. And like I say, it's you don't really know me. You don't really know Homer. You don't know Shadowhawk. You don't know anybody on the internet, really.
Right.
You know? Yeah. I mean, and if you totally knew us, you wouldn't want to like us at all. I've made mistakes, but I've asked forgiveness for my mistakes, you know? But still, it's an ugly past. Not too ugly compared to some people, you know? And it's not about deeds. I'm not trying to work myself out of hell or anything. Deeds, you know?
Yeah. Did we permanently lose?
I'm trying to work on me. All you can do is work on you. Improve yourself, you know?
Yeah.
It's not about what you do. I didn't go in working with the homeless. Some esoteric reason. I needed a job. And I happened to be a job that I help people with. I did a little bit more than that. I want, you know, as a show of my faith to my God, I went into prison ministry. You know,
yeah, emphasis on the ministry. He went into prison ministry. He didn't go into prison and then
right
did ministry.
The hardest, the
very first time I heard that, I was like, "Holy shit, Rex was in prison."
The absolute hardest thing I ever had to do was a man lost his father. I didn't know him, never met him, didn't know his father, didn't know if it was an abusive relationship or what. Maybe he was sexually abused by his father. I don't know, but I was sent in to counsel him. That's tough enough.
Right. And you told him, buy my book. I'm just kidding. It's
not funny, Homer. I can't tell you what I told him.
Not funny, Homer.
You know, but well, I mean, they were white supremacists.
Oh.
Yeah. And
they definitely buy your book.
Weightlifting, muscle bound, tattooed up with the Nazi, you know.
Right.
You know.
Well, you know, when you're in prison, you have to do certain things, right? I mean,
you're in a confined space, and they got I think on their pod they had a door, which was wild, and because they could have knocked me out, killed me, stripped my clothes off, and tried to walk out the front gate if they wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, there were 3 of them in there.
I saw that movie Shawshank Redemption.
I'm just saying I've put myself in dangerous situations for my faith before, where I had nothing to gain by the encounter whatsoever. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, if you want to talk about fearful moments where you had to totally rely on God.
Were you afraid when you had to do that?
Well, I was leery. Let's put it that way. I mean, it was, you know, you'd be crazy not to. I'm going into a dangerous situation here. Yeah. You know, every time you step on prison property, they're not going to bother if they take you hostage. they'll just let you get your throat cut if that's what it
Right.
takes to keep
Right.
those prisoners secure. They're not going to bargain for your freedom. You know
Yeah.
that going in. If anything were to happen, and I've been
Right.
sitting there in the cafeteria eating with prisoners, and a prisoner going hand to hand with a guard.
Wow.
You don't know if the
That must
other
have been
prisoners are
wild.
going to take the other guy's side and jump the guard, or you don't know. They might jump you and the guard. You don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm too tired to keep bouncing in and out. I'll be here in the wonderful chat. Let's see. Jimmy wanted to keep the money EVS cover would generate and then still color it himself. That's when EVS withdrew the offer.
Oh, I see.
Hey,
Yeah.
Morb.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's not cool. I don't see how you work that out in your brain, but
Yeah, because you're already gonna make money off the cover, man. Like, just take what the offer is. Like, trying to squeeze more money out of it. Like, that's yeah. That's a little dubious, right? That's a little greedy. It's not very godly, right?
I don't know what I can't get into his melon. I mean, I'm not being a total cop out with this. It's hard to, I don't know what his reasoning was, and maybe it was totally screwed up. Maybe it was, in his mind, it was a very real, valid thing he was trying to do. I don't know. At least he didn't say nobody wants these kumquats. Uh-huh.
Nobody wants these kumquats.
Hey, PBR.
Nobody's gonna miss them.
Yeah. Yeah. All the big hitters, or a lot of the big hitters, was over on Katydid's channel today. I don't know if you caught any of that.
No, I didn't.
Dan Lawless and Mr. Inglorious Rex and EVS, and I think Cecil might have been on there too. I didn't pay that much attention.
Yeah, I find myself watching less and less YouTube, which kind of sucks because there's a few shows I like to watch, right? But streaming and stuff, I don't know. I just don't. It kind of sucks. It's kind of like it's no longer mystical, or like it is
Right.
still, but like there's a little mystery that's lost. It's kind of like what you're talking about when you're saying you don't want to know us, you don't want to know everything about us, you wouldn't like us, kind of thing. It's kind of like the secret sauce is kind of
the underside.
Yeah.
You don't want to see the underside, the ugly.
Like if I'm going to spend time on YouTube.
I just think after 2011, it kind of lost some of its luster, and that was like a slow leak, and they kind of lost the momentum there. Maybe it was too much too soon, campaigns. Maybe it was.
Hey, Morb.
Look, man, professionals or not, they've got their core group, and I'm glad for that, but I mean, it's hard to keep a movement flowing, and every movement has its day, and maybe CG's had its. I don't think it's the end of, CG by any means, but I don't think there was that come together kumbaya movement. Maybe there never was. Maybe that was projection on a lot of people. I think a lot of that was projection, what CG would be. I know when I go into different groups that they considered themselves CG or whatever, aligned, at least, don't like the wokeness, have a lot in common, maybe a lot of that was curtailed, especially now. You can't expect it to really be that popular now that Trump is in office, because a lot of that wokeness is going to be curtailed. A lot of that cancellation, that cancel culture. So I think we've got more. Look, I look at it this way. It's like different denominations, right? There's Catholic, there's Episcopalian, there's Lutheran, there's Baptist, there's Church of Christ. And if you look at their doctrines, their teaching, their church doctrine, it's different. They've got different rites and customs and prayers and liturgy and not liturgy and stuff like that, but different bylaws. But when it comes to the major tenets of the faith, was he sinless? Yes. Did he rise from the tomb? Yes. Did he What was Mary a virgin? Yes. Uh, was it an immaculate conception? Yes. I mean, the major tenets of salvation and the church are still there in every
Yeah.
denomination, unless they're a cult,
Right.
uh, there's some that I would not recommend, but
There's
there's
some
some,
steadfast truths.
but
Yeah.
I was in my prison ministry was with Lutherans, Episcopalians, Baptists, Church of Christ. I mean, there's a lot of bad, I can't even name all the different denominations that Methodists that I served in with, and we got along fine.
Right.
We got along fine because
I think when it
our
is gonna go ahead.
our differences were not greater than our sameness, if you will.
Right.
I could have said that.
I think in the end, what it's going to come down to is you just got to find your specific audience, and there's going to be a lot of overlapping, and that's to be expected. I mean, we all like comics, right? So I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But everybody's going to be able to find their own piece of the pie. It's not there's not just one pie. It's there's multiple pies out there, and just focus on trying to hit as many multiple pies as you can. What's up, LZ?
Yeah, I mean there should be and maybe if the channels are more about comics, what I like about it is it is strong, and it's been detrimental as there's some people that aren't into comics that still kind of run within the comic circles, and some gamers too. Some have been detrimental and are pieces of crap.
Like, I don't understand all these.
And some people that weren't comic readers have now become comic readers. I think that's great.
I don't understand the Dungeons and Dragons people, the tabletop gaming players.
Well, maybe we need to have Morb in here. He's out in the chat. He's all about that.
Well, mainly because I'm not a big fan. Like, I don't see the crossover. I don't.
Well, I mean, it's fantasy. You don't see Frazetta artwork. I mean, I would say.
Yeah, but I think their mentalities are different.
Yeah, I think
they're more obsessive, and they can't shut up about their damn game stuff. They want to tell it to everybody, and like, it's cool. I'm here to talk about comics, not about damn games.
You want to name drop a few people? It sounds
no,
specific to me.
No,
sounds very specific.
They're all kind of like that. It's nobody specific. They're all kind of like that. They can't wait to tell you about their stupid game or whatever it is they made.
I mean that's what they're into. I mean, if you're a model builder, you talk about models. You talk about what is on your heart. And I know I don't talk enough about God. I talk more about comics, and that's probably sad, but I mean, that's what I'm into, but I am into God too, I don't make that any, I'm into self-improvement, and I don't mean just dieting or anything, if you work on you in your backyard and I work on me in my backyard, we'll have a clean society. But we've got people out there that they won't work on themselves. They think that they've arrived. My dying day, my absolute dying day, if I'm 103 years old and can barely lift my hand, I'll still be working on improving on myself because I've not learned it all. You can only get one trip. And if you think you've arrived and you know everything, you're mistaken. Go back to go. Do not collect $200. There's still more for you to learn, and improve on. Some people seem to go someplace and stop, and there's more to life than that. Want to take you higher. Hey, we need to draw a show together. You are hard to keep up with. We need to do a show together. You are hard to keep up with. Who are you talking to, Morb?
Probably talking
Elsie
to
says
you.
he's passing through. Omer is going after John's long box.
No, no, no. I don't.
For
I
coloring.
like John. John's cool.
Give Jimmy my colorist contact info, and he is very well. You know, he would. I mean, all I can say is on my experience. You know, I've been very blessed that some people go, well, look how that fell apart. And I'm thinking in the distance, like, oh, you know, when not just Jimmy, but I mean, Jimmy did me a solid, you know, with um, recommending a colorist, but now that didn't work out. So, but the colorist seemed nice to me. I just haven't used him. Maybe in the future I will try and use him. I don't know. But if he didn't work out with Jimmy, maybe it's Jimmy's on Jimmy's side. Maybe not. I don't know. But he's a professional colorist for Marvel or done some stuff. So I don't know. You know, he can send me some samples. I'll look at it. Splatto Comics, they sent me everything I ordered in a timely fashion very quickly. There were some
Yeah, I
people
think I almost got
complaining
all my
about
books from him.
him, and I'm like, well, all I know is the one time I ordered from him, I got it, and I got it quickly and in good shape.
Sometimes you guys got to check your emails and stuff and make sure you put your mailing address and all that stuff, man. Sometimes it's like,
YouTube beast, yeah. Well, I mean, this week, you know, I and Omer are going to be working on the campaign, and I've got like the Red Valkyrie date. So, and then after that, I've got promotion stuff. So, but yeah, I've done a lot of interviews lately. I mean, and long ones. Shadowmare, I was on like 3.5 hours, you know, with you guys, and then
hey, did you want me to jump on with you with Red Valkyrie? Do I get an invite, or is it just gonna be a you thing? I mean, it's cool. I'm cool with whatever. I'm just asking.
I don't know their protocol really, to be perfectly honest with you. If they want the whole art team on or just me, I don't know, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, Shay's cool, man. I really
I
like
don't.
Shay.
I haven't watched. I'm ashamed to say that I haven't watched enough to know if she has whole art teams on or not.
Yeah,
I don't know. Does anybody in the chat know if she has multiple creators on, or like the writer and the maybe Morb knows, maybe, you know, Gable or somebody. I don't know.
well, if it's cool and there's room, I'll be happy to go on and I'll draw a double flyer or a bog or one of your characters while we're on.
Okay.
Just so you know, if you
okay,
me the
appreciate
link,
that.
let me know.
Congratulations on getting on topic list again.
Yeah, Jason's cool, man. I love Jason. Luke's cool too. He just doesn't send me the invite. He doesn't like me. I don't know. I'm kidding, guys. I don't know.
We just
don't know each other as well.
What is the world coming to? And Glenn will be sending you some files here pretty soon. We are going to do the John Buscema book, the Cash Grab 3 book. You know,
buy my book.
I'm just not excited about that. I'll get excited come time. You know, I mean, I would love to have that in my own collection. Absolutely. And put Momentum Comics on it or whatever. But, you know, it's just not my characters.
Are you going to call it a treasury edition or whatever they call them? One of those art book?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much material we have. We got a bunch of material. We'll see. I know that somebody years ago, and I have it in my collection, did a similar thing with, you know, and it had like pirates and westerns and women and different sections. That'll be like this, you know, this book. It'll have different sections for the different drawings and things. Because I know I've got pirate drawings. I've got like everyday workers sitting on a park bench, portrait studies. I've got a portrait study of his art dealer in color, done by in color pencils. The only color pencil that I bought, a color piece that I bought, that was made available at the time.
Right.
The guy had ties to his art dealer. His art dealer was Sal Buscema, his brother's art dealer, as well as far as and Martin O'Dell, who was the creator of the Golden Age, Alan Scott, and the Pillsbury Doughboy.
His art dealer?
I've got an original signed piece that's annotated to their art dealer that was done by Martin O'Dell. I've actually met Martin O'Dell and his lovely wife. Very short man. Met him in 85 and 86. Met her in 86. She came with him the next year. Luke sent me an invite to Topicless on the 20th of the last month. It's way too white for work. Never work in the legal field, yeah. Especially during tax time, right, More? Happy early brother. My day. Oh, yeah. Friday's Shadowhawk's birthday. Takes Luke longer to warm up than you. No biggie.
I got to see if I'm following More. He's a colorist, right? Are you a colorist, More?
More, you've got to wrench drop your YouTube. Well, he doesn't have a YouTube channel.
Oh, he has to have.
He should have. He should have.
He logged into YouTube. May not have anything on it, but he's got to have everybody who can comment.
Yeah, I didn't have any for 4 months. I didn't have any content on my channel for 3.5, 4 months. But once I started,
unless you're not signed in. Unless you're not signed into YouTube, then.
Happy birthday, Shadowhawk. 21 again. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Shadowhawks 21 again.
But yeah, I mean, maybe we should have done the John Buscema book before Devil Flyer. But hindsight is
50-50.
Huh?
50-50.
But I think once I fulfill a campaign before
Mercenary
that,
Guild.
Even the John Buscema book will do better because people will know that they'll get their book in a timely manner, and the artwork's all done for that. We just got to put it together in book form, and we're off to the races.
To you more.
It'll be very quick, and then maybe by this time next year I can do another Devil Flyer.
Mr. Fleming, I thought I was subscribed to you. I'm not. I wasn't. I apologize for that. I should be. I could have swore I was subscribed.
Well, Omer, I say we call it a day on this 4 o'clock shadow and close it down early and go work on the campaign because I know you've only got limited time today.
Okay, could do that.
And we're quickly running out of time. We are going to have a momentum makeover over on Red Valkyries Saturday at 3 Central, 4 Eastern, right before the 4 o'clock shadow. She only runs an hour with the show, so we'll jump over from the Red Valkyrie show relaunch, if you will, of the campaign, offering a new sticker book, new art book, new trading card set, a 9-card trading card set with 18 characters. New artwork up for sale. Hopefully the campaign will look stunningly, for the next few months will be stunningly much better,
Well, I'm shooting for Gable Pennyshot to be happy about it, because if he's not happy about it, I'm not happy about it.
Well, I know nobody will be happy if he's not happy.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of
Come on, Gable. Yeah.
Through the process of my comic, I've seen Luke grow. He will always be badass. Nah, he's King CG King's badass. Yeah. Yeah. More. Make a channel. Do a video that's where you say, "Hi, I am Morb, and I've got Mercenary Guild," or put your trailer up there. Start putting content. It can do nothing but help your project. Now, if you don't care about Mercenary Guild, no one else will. It's just another venue to get it out there and say, "Hi, I'm the writer. You should back this," and that can only help. You know.
And I love Luke. I love Luke, Death Metal Hero.
I'm going to challenge
He's
you like Apex challenged me. By next Saturday, I want 2 videos up.
Ooh.
And I had him 6.
It's on, dog. It's on.
I had him 6
Get on it. Roof,
videos
roof.
up by that time or more. Don't start the YouTube. It's the path to destruction. It can be for some people. Yeah.
Do it.
Free guitar picks. Yes, over there on Mercenary Guild. Up on the Indiegogo now.
Come to
See,
the dark side.
Morb hasn't. He's got a wrench, but he hasn't dropped his link yet for Mercenary Guild, has he?
Mercenary Guild.
That's
Drop
why you
your
have a
link for Mercenary Guild.
And I don't mind. I don't mind if people drop their links in the chat.
Yeah, Rex is great about letting you promote yourself in the chat.
I didn't even really mind when Pops came in 2 or 3 days in a row and dropped like 10 links to different projects. It took up most of the chat. He was dropping one link after another, after another, after another. But, you know, he got tired of that after a while. After 2 or 3 days, he didn't do that anymore. And I didn't get on to him for it. But yeah, if he continued that for like 2 weeks, I would have said, Pops, come on, limit your repost, you know.
It's trying to steal your views.
I got you, Rex, but I'm a boomer when it comes to, but I will do it. Okay. Well, now I can do it. I mean, you know, all you got to do is ask, you know, or
that's what inspired me.
In the chat,
Rex
you know? I don't know if
video.
Powder's in here or not, 6480, but he's usually got, you know, if we mention Mercenary Guild, he's got the link dropped.
He's on it, man.
Devil Flyer, he's got the link dropped. If, you know.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping right now. I think he does a late night shift. He's on third shift kind of thing.
Well, I've been doing some. I've been proactive. You know, if I've not been working on the campaign, I've been out promoting. I was on with Wide Skies early this morning, promoting the campaign and showing off what the changes we've made.
All them new updates.
I was in the chat with Dario and had him look over the campaign because he was looking at from my comic projects, and he.
What Dario have to say? I'm curious. Yeah.
He liked it. He was like, wow. He liked some of my early drawings that were done back in 2022, you know, that I put up.
Back in 1801, he liked those drawings?
I'm going to say those for the omnibus.
Oh, okay. And the cave paintings, when are you going to put those up?
Well, the cuneiform tablets will be going up today. We will have to get it translated out of Aramaic at some point. I hate to keep collecting.